Hello, baseball fans. I'm Ken O'Neill, and welcome to another edition of Commissioner's Corner. Today, we're excited to have as our guest Sean McGrath, the commissioner of the New England Collegiate Baseball League, one of the top leagues in North America. The New England League, as it is commonly known, draws virtually all its players from D1 college programs and 32% from P5, G5 conferences and the top 25 ranked college baseball programs. It is no wonder that the league is our second highest on our competitiveness rankings, second only to the Cape Cod League. The nonprofit league was founded in 1993 under Major League great George Foster and Emmy Award-winning television producer-director Joseph Constantine. A name well known to baseball fans, Fay Vincent Jr., the former Major League Baseball commissioner, served as president of the NECBL from 1997 to 2003. The league now has 12 teams in 2 divisions. It's a member of the National Alliance of Summer Collegiate Baseball, whose members receive partial financial aid from Major League Baseball. Over the years, the New England League has sent nearly 150 alumni to the major leagues and has had nearly 100 alumni drafted in each of the last 10 Major League Baseball drafts. Commissioner McGrath has a long history in the NECBL, having been the GM of the North Adams Steeplecats before taking over the league reins following the 2012 season. All right, we are talking today on Commissioner's Corner with Sean McGrath, who's the commissioner of the New England Collegiate Baseball League. And Sean, welcome to the program.
Great. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Now, Sean, we have been talking to commissioners around the country, and we've been talking about different leagues, and there's some 80 leagues along. Now, the New England Collegiate Baseball League is one of the finest leagues. You have most of your coming from D1 college programs, from P5, G5 conferences. How did the league come across? Give us some history about the league.
Certainly. Well, back in 1994, obviously everybody was either going to Alaska or they were playing the Cape Cod Baseball League, so there weren't that many high-level college summer baseball leagues in the country. And our late founder, Joe Constantino from Ridgefield, Connecticut, identified this need and put together a small group of leaders in Southern Connecticut, including George Foster, Major League Baseball Hall of Famer or Major League Baseball alum, and they founded the New England Collegiate Baseball League in 1994, which was the first year of play. We had 5 teams in the state of Connecticut, and then Danbury was added in 1995. And that happened to be at a time when I was playing baseball at the University of New Hampshire, and in 1996 and 1997 actually played in the NECBL for the Danbury Westerners. They're our longest tenured organization in the league, playing 24, this is their 25th season of our 26 years of play. And again, in those early years with 5 teams in Connecticut, it was a very different experience than what summer collegiate baseball has evolved into. The only people in the stands were parents, girlfriends, friends. Most places weren't living with host families. In Danbury, I lived at Western Connecticut in a dorm facility. It was a great experience, very different. The competition was tremendous at that time. And for me, I didn't have an opportunity to go to Alaska or Cape Cod as a freshman. As a sophomore, I got to play in Danbury, after my sophomore year. And then once again, as a junior, fortunately I had the opportunity to play, and sign with the Mets after my junior year. So I was only there for a short period of time, but again, great opportunity, great league. And again, here we are in 2019 celebrating our 25th anniversary, and boy, has it changed. This industry has changed quite a bit since 1994.
And Fay Vincent apparently was a former commissioner of your league.
He was. In the early days, again, it's a blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of passionate people who love baseball, love the region, love the communities. And it was great to be able to have Fay Vincent, who still keeps an eye on the NECBL, is still engaged. In fact, he donated the championship of the NECBL. It's called the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. He actually named the cup after his father. And that's what all the teams and organizations hope to raise at the end of the season.
Now, every league has a motto or has a something that tells them about the league. How is yours? How is your mission statement?
I mean, first and foremost, I mean, we focus on our players and our communities. Quite frankly, it's I think the New England League, what we do well is a great combination of providing elite players from around the country a great opportunity to come and participate at a very high level, night in and night out, against some great competition. And that's evident in our, we had 99 alumni either chosen in the draft this year or signed as a free agent. And that's, we're hoping another free agent will sign in the coming days so that we can, hit 100. And that's a great testament to the quality of play in our league. At the same time, though, we're in 13 New England communities. We stretch from the island to Montpelier to Sanford, Maine to Danbury, Connecticut, and everywhere in between. And we definitely pride ourselves on our commitment to our communities. These organizations only exist and thrive because of the community investment and relationship that we have with our communities. All of our kids visit the schools. They run camps. They're leaders in the community. And for 2 months every summer in 13 communities in New England, the NECBL is there. And for
now, are there any teams near Stratford, Connecticut?
So in
New Haven, Connecticut?
Yeah, so Danbury is the closest right now. Danbury and Mystic, the Schooners, are two Connecticut organizations.
Because I'm coming to Connecticut, so I want to see one of these. Now, what are we going to do with the Winnipesaukee Muskrats? They're only 1-7 now. We got to
correct
them up.
Yes, and that's. I will say the competition. I used to be a general manager in this league. Competition was great then, but I will tell you it continues to get more difficult each and every year to compete at a high level in this league.
Now, what kind of league is it as far as the bats are concerned? As you know, in Major League Baseball, if a pitcher pitches 5 innings, they have a parade for them. And so, how does the league handle the pitching situation?
Certainly, as you can imagine, we're borrowing college players from some of the best programs in the country for 2 months every year. So we are absolutely committed to keeping them healthy, providing them a good experience, giving them an opportunity to grow and develop themselves on and off the field. And one of the things that Major League Baseball, actually through our relationship with them and the rest of the NACSB leagues around the country, we've all have adopted the pitch count or pitch smart policy and program, which limits the number of pitches and dictates the number of days off. So if you pitch, 31 pitches, you are mandatory 1 day off. If you throw 110 pitches, it's mandatory 5 days off. And Major League Baseball has made it very easy for, these safe guidelines to be employed throughout our league. So all of our coaches and general managers have access night in and night out as to what pitchers are eligible to pitch that evening.
Now, how are the attendance for the games? Are they pretty good? Is it?
Like I say, in my 6 years here as a commissioner, one of the things I've enjoyed is an opportunity to spend a lot of time in all the ballparks around the league. So make a point to visit every ballpark. And what I respect is that every community, every market is its own unique experience. What might thrive and work really well in Montpelier, Vermont, may not work in Holyoke, Massachusetts. And that's a reflection on attendance as well. So attendance, a midweek game, we could have 250 fans in some of our ballparks. And then, we could have 2,000 fans at several of our ballparks as well. So, everybody has their different challenges, their different opportunities. And again, we have a couple organizations that night in, night out exceed 1,000 fans a night, 1,800 fans, 2,000 fans a night. We have several that are, in that 500 to 800 sweet spot. And again, that's in our ballparks. Again, we don't play in major league stadiums. this is these ballparks. It's the old feel of minor league baseball, I guess you could say. I've heard several people describe our league in that manner. And so when you come here, it feels homey. All of our ballparks have their nooks and crannies and their own little experience, unlike the $1 million pizzazz of minor league baseball nowadays.
How about promotions and so forth? Do they do a lot of promoting and working with the community?
Yes, virtually every night in all of our ballparks, there is a promotion, a sponsorship of some sort with a community. Again, whether it's inviting a school system, working, I know there's a Bark in the Park night coming up somewhere in our league, but there's a lot of promotions. Newport just hosted a minor league or a AAA player from the Pawtucket Red Sox and the mascot. Wally is oftentimes making appearances around the league from the Boston Red Sox. So there's always something going on. Some teams go above and beyond. Certainly fireworks are a huge night. North Adams and Keene in particular will have a fireworks night around July 4th. They'll have 3,000 to 5,000 fans in attendance, and that's quite an experience for the players.
Now, do a couple of leagues allow the fans to pick the names? And did they do that really? Like, did a bunch of people get together and say, "We want Martha's Vineyard Sharks"?
So every organization, how they formed is unique to themselves. I'll speak for the North Adams Steeplecats because that's the organization I know most. But that was a group came to this community. They opened it up and met with everybody in town, and they solicited suggestions for a mascot, the team name. And that went on over a course of a couple of months, and then the organization had a small group, and they're the ones that selected the Steeplecats. So that's how the Steeplecats, came to life in 2002.
One of the things I like about collegiate baseball is I went to see the Yankees play in Yankee Stadium, and I sat in another time zone, whereas if you go to one of your games, you can sit practically in the dugout. It's unbelievable. And that kind of baseball to me is fantastic. Collegiate going for the fact that they might end up in the minor leagues or in the major leagues is fantastic. But what do you see in the future for the league? Will there be expansion at all or different states?
When we're all nonprofit organizations, the league is a nonprofit, all of our teams are nonprofits. You get involved in these organizations because you have a passion for the game of baseball and you have a passion for your community. We've seen teams come and go, throughout the course of the first 25 years of our existence. In fact, the first 4 teams that founded the league in 1994 no longer exist. Danbury, which came in year 2, they're the longest tenured organization. So from year to year, communities, leadership change. I won't predict, what teams are around in another 25 years. That would be a bold prediction, but we're always looking to strengthen the league, to strengthen our existing organizations. We want to make them be the most successful organizations that they can be in their community with their resources and assets. As far as expansion, as a league, we've always kind of prided ourselves on trying to identify and work with organizations that have that dual commitment to the game of baseball. Like, we want to service Major League Baseball. We have a great relationship with Major League Baseball, and we want to continue to further and deepen that relationship by having great product on the field.
Now, at
the same time, we want to find somebody who's committed to the community, because these organizations really thrive and flourish when they're homegrown and when they're committed and invested in the local community.
So as the commissioner, where are you located?
I'm in North Adams,
Massachusetts. Great.
Yeah, Western Massachusetts.
Right. So when I come up to visit, can I get a Winnipesaukee Muskrat hat?
You will certainly have every ballpark has their concession stands, their merchandise stands, different music, different activities in the ballpark, and going from a general manager when I ran the North Adams Steeplecats to the commissioner and really just observing all 13 teams and really want nothing better than great competition, great fan experience. I've really come to enjoy all 13 communities and for their unique structures, their unique ballparks, and I really respect and value how they maximize their community and their market. So yeah, if you come up, spend some time in New England, you can see every part of New England by visiting a New England League baseball team.
Well, I have relatives in New Haven, in Vermont, and so I'm coming up to see them.
Anywhere in between, you can make a couple pit stops along the way and catch a good ball, entertaining night at the ballpark.
Well, we have been talking with the commissioner of the New England Collegiate Baseball League, Sean McGrath. And Sean, I really appreciate you being part of this. And down the road, if there's anything that you can send us or anything you need, let us know.
Certainly. And when you do make it up to New England, definitely be in touch with me because I'm out on the road. It'd be great to sit and watch a game with you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Look forward to it. Take care.
Take care.